Alrighty guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be spawning in on Grim Pantry. Already I can tell you in the bottom left hand corner we are going to be versing a Freddy Krueger. There is an obsession. Unfortunately the obsession is me. I can hear a girl running behind me as well as a man, so it looks like I picked up two people. Alright, now what do we know about Freddy? Freddy is one of the strongest killers in the game based on the fact he has mass movement throughout the... That was lag, alright? Before anyone's like, wow, no, okay. It's just me being bad. Freddy's one of the strongest killers in the game because he can teleport across the board. He can fake a teleport, which is a 5-second activation time. He can also counter borrowed time as well as hinder survivors' movement speed by 15% with a 0.5 to 1 second prep time with 10 preps per board. And he can just re-prep them and doesn't have to refill. Freddy is one of the strongest killers in the game if you know how to use him. If I were to be versing some of the best survivors and I had no idea what map I was going to and no add-ons, I'd pick Freddy because of his kit. He's got a lot going for him and not many weaknesses. He's short, but he still moves at 115% movement speed. Even though he's shorter than a trapper, he still has the same field of view as a trapper. The only killer that has a smaller field of view will obviously be the Hag, or killers that can crouch, like Pig and Ghostface. That being said, Freddy has hit 2 players. I've woken up, my teammate's woken up. I'm applying pressure to this objective. When this one's done, I'm going to run straight over there. I can see, I think, hands through the swamp, and I think that's going to be a player working on a Jenny in front of me. Now, right away that I've fallen asleep, I instantly look to the bottom right-hand side of the screen. That's going to tell me what add-ons Freddy has. Now, right now I can see I have no penalty to being asleep, therefore, doesn't look like Freddy has any add-ons in that department. Now, if he doesn't have add-ons in that department, it means rather than being a Dream Snare Freddy, it could be a Fake Pallet Freddy. Now, Fake Pallet Freddy is about 15 times weaker than Dream Snare Freddy, but that is okay. Now, he might try and fake something here. We're going to take a double heal. No penalty towards healing, therefore he's not running Sloppy Butcher. Let's see what he does. Is he going to go for the pickup? He's taken a bit of time. Did he break the generator? Did he break a pallet? What took him so long to do that? He broke the generator. So why would he break that gen? Looks like he's a Dream... he's a Blood Pool Freddy. That's good to know. Now, when you are asleep, you actually glow, so he can really tell where you are. I want to wake up, and then I'm going to go for a borrowed time save. If I wake up while not being asleep, that's going to really hurt my teammates here. That being said, if I'm outside of the killer's heartbeat, like right now, borrowed time will not activate. So even if he left, I don't really get the counter of it. He can teleport back, but we're not going to really worry about that. I'm awake, so I can play around these jungle gyms quite a bit. Looks like my teammate has DS by how they're playing right now. We should get the gen done, then we should look at a group heal on the play on the right-hand side, depending on what happens and if that guy goes into dying state. If that guy goes into dying state right now, we complete the gen, and then we split. We all go in a different direction. The injured player takes upstairs, I go to the left. Wow, that's a lot of respect. That was a good play by him to sidestep. He's going to try and lose him in the corn. Not the corn, but the swamp. I didn't need to. I want to tap that, but I don't have time. You know what? Oh, somebody else beat me to it. Now remember, Freddy Krueger and any killer in Dead by Daylight can do something called Transfer Bloodlust. If you chase a survivor for more than 15 seconds and do not hit them, or break a pallet, or end chase, you will receive Bloodlust, which will give you 5% bonus movement speed until you end chase, break a pallet, or hit a survivor. Now, Freddy Krueger, what he could have done there was he could have got Bloodlust from me and then transferred it to my teammate, ran over and took a hit on my teammate at 120% movement speed. However, he ended chase with me early, therefore he did not get Bloodlust, which reset his Bloodlust entirely back down to a 15-second timer. You can only transfer Bloodlust if you have Bloodlust. If you're chasing one person for 10 seconds, then you chase Jeff for 5 seconds, it's not really going to matter. Now, I stood in that right there to A, for 2 reasons. B, to get rid of it, and the other reason would be find out if he had any add-ons that were going to hinder me in terms of make me bleed more if I was injured. And it looks like I would be fine. We can hear that humming sound. That means he's teleporting or faking a teleport somewhere. If he was teleporting here, there'd be blood pouring out of the generator. He's not teleporting here. Therefore, I'm going to continue to work on the generator. I have balanced landing, so I can wait at the end before I drop, or I can take the stairs. I have a lot of really good choices right now. Knowing that all these pellets are real, I can play around the fact that I can loot these pretty comfortably. Unless he puts hinders down, which means I have to entwine my jungle gems together. Now, because of what perks he has, he would have something for information, right? So he either has Thrill and Tremor or Barbecue and Chili. I'm going to go on the assumption he has Barbecue and Chili. Alternatively, he could be running Discordance, but he's going to want to know where people are. And I'm thinking Barbecue's a right call. Now, what does he do with this information? He regressed to Jenny earlier rather than hooking the player and then regressing the gen, so I don't think he has Pop Goes the Weasel. He doesn't have Surge, because when he regressed the generator, it wasn't already being regressed with small red sparks. A lot of people don't know the difference between Surge and Pop. Pop gives you large red sparks, and Surge gives you small red sparks. Now we can come in for this save. We are awake, and as long as we don't take an early hit, we're going to be able to make a really good save on this guy. I'm happy for him to see me and loop him there for a little bit. Looks like he's still floating around. It's going to be fine. We can hear the heartbeat fading. He might have actually rotated towards one of the doors. Might be looking at a no-ed gamer. Taking the save into an adrenaline, which is going to instantly wake her up and heal her, putting her back into a good spot. You see that right there? That, ladies and gentlemen, is a perk called no-ed. No one escapes death. So one totem at random will be selected and will allow the killer to instantly down a survivor in one hit. I'm not 100% sure if it's no-ed, but I got a good gut feeling that is no one escapes death. Now we can see that as no one escapes death, we're going to try and break it. If he comes over here, he can one hit down me, and he has an additional movement speed, and I'm about to fall asleep. If I break this in time, I'm going to be in a good spot. I know what door's open because I saw my teammate go down. You see the skull on the right-hand side? If that skull disappears, we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot, so we can run straight for the door without having to worry about too much. Another player just got hits. That's really good. I'm going to go plunder because I think I have time. I hear running above me too. I hope Freddy's not coming down. Now I can animation cancel on the chest by pressing Shift W left click. I need to wake up if I'm going for the save. My other teammate's about to fall asleep. I gotta go for a long run if I want to wake up. I will do it. A broken key, that's unfortunate. I think he might be coming to the basement actually, so I'm gonna get in the locker. Sounds pretty loud. Remember, you can't hear the heartbeat, but you can hear the lullaby. That was a big lag vacuum. He put a blood pool in front of him. Unfortunately, if I save him, I'm going to farm him unless I take a really good body block from him. Now, let's have a look and see if I can take this hit. Oh, he's that way. Nice. Okay. You need to be careful about your movement, sweetie, or he's just going to do a 180 and cut you off. Really good movement through there with the blind into the pallet stun, and she's going to be able to make the way. So my teammate made a phenomenally good decision and play there with a... He managed to spin the killer and then get out. It was really well done to the player on my right, the Lori. However, at the same time, the other guy needed to be looking over his shoulder. He just ran literally for the door and hoped that the killer wouldn't cut him off. Even though the killer misplayed and my other teammate misplayed, one person walks away being the MVP in everybody's eyes there. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this one over at YouTube, I know not a lot really happened this game, but this just gives you a good understanding of how Freddy Krueger works and what you can do against him. Being able to tell the sounds like the humming when he's going to be teleporting, or that vibration sound that you can hear. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. Make sure you tune in for more educational survivor killer content like this one. If you want to pop into the live streams, I do stream DVD 5 days a week, and it'll be my pleasure to have you guys over there. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the fog and in the next